Hey y'all, it's Avid and on today's video we're going to be checking out the Roses playing cards. This deck is made by TCC Playing Cards, and it also features a gilded version limited to only 200 decks. The standard deck was being sold for $11.99 and the gilded version was $30 I believe, USD. And also, I couldn't find anything like noteworthy about the deck, like not noteworthy, but I couldn't find what stock and what finish it used on the deck. The only thing that it says is that it was using a holo embossing on the tuck and that it uses holo foil on the playing cards, but other than that I can't really say much about it. I do like saying stuff about the deck before we head in, so that way you guys kind of have a idea of what to expect, but I can't really say nothing about this deck today. So, and also, if you guys notice, I have a whole new backdrop. I do have an If an Octopus Could Palm V1 uncut sheet in the back. I got it on a SoCal Playing Cards auction, and I do have the V2 version on the side and the Holo Odyssey deck uncut sheet over there by the Kickstarter. I will leave little thingies down below so you guys can kind of follow along and see what I'm talking about, and maybe some pictures of the auctions that I got them on. So without further ado, let's get on to the video. Starting off with the tuck box, I do like the tuck box because it does feel like a premium set of playing cards. It doesn't feel like your typical bicycle or like B deck, where when you grab it, it just kind of feels like I wouldn't say flimsy, but it doesn't feel as like sturdy. On the other hand, this deck, when you grab it, it does feel like nicer. Maybe it is due to the embossing, and also the holo embossing on this looks really nice when you put it in the light. It gives off this rainbow color look on the roses and some of the like writing and the red, which makes it look really nice. You know, when you show this to people, they're like, oh, you know, it looks like an expensive like deck of playing cards, you know, with the gilded it is, but for like $12 it's really nice. And also, I do like the fact that on the left and right tuck boxes that they featured the holo look on with the lettering, because it does make it like pop out, and I do like the little attention to detail that they did with that. On the bottom, it just shows their classic, you know, ad stuff, their logo on the side, and you know, like all the basic stuff that you would think of looking of, you know, you would think that they would put at the bottom of the playing cards. On the top, I do like the seal. The seal is really nice. I do like the little white border around it. Kind of gives it like the playing card, it kind of gives you like a, how do you say it, like a quick like sneak peek of what you're gonna expect when you see the playing cards. And I do like the little rose, the spelling of the rose on the side. And also, quick note, when I opened this deck, I didn't realize that the flap was gonna be so long. Like, it gives me like, how do you say it, like old school like bicycle decks, you know, when you like see or like in B decks, you would open it and it's like a really long flap. I didn't expect the flap to be that big. When you open the tuck box, you're gonna realize that on the inside it's not your typical white. It does have this other design that's like embossed into the inside of the tuck box, and it's like reddish, and it does flow through the whole interior of the tuck box, so it looks really nice. You know, it gives it like another level of the premium look that I do appreciate. And you know, for $12 you get more than what you paid for, because it is a little bit more premium. And that's pretty much it for the tuck box. Let's get on with the playing cards. So when I open up this deck, I really like the foil that they use on the back design. The back design is really nice, by the way. It is a one-way back though, so if you don't like one ways, this probably isn't the deck for you. Rainbow color look that the holo gives is really nice. But when it's done like this, I want to say that I don't like it, but I do think it's kind of like played out when it's just like a whole back design and it's just like clear and hollow, you know what I'm talking about? But I do like that it is on the red. I do feel like cards should probably do that more, so because it pops out more. And I do like that the roses are like kind of like bleed through the borders, so it kind of gives like a broken border type of vibe. But the playing cards are thin. I want to say they feel a little thinner. I kind of wish that they did give us what finish and what stock they use for this deck, because I don't know. And that's kind of weird for me, because I need to know where, you know, like not at a necessity, but just kind of like curiosity. But anyways, this deck, the playing cards itself do give me like a laminated feel. Like, it does feel kind of like plasticky, like laminated, and I don't know how I feel about that. It does feel super thin, and when you do fans and stuff, you can feel like they kind of feel like they're broken in. And when you do fans, like, you kind of have to break them in to get like a nicer fan, because they do kind of stick to each other. If you don't like the laminated feel, then this deck isn't for you. If you like the classic B, like crush stock or like bicycle crush stock, or like any type of regular bicycle deck, this might be a little bit different. Like, might be a little bit out of your, you know, your likes and stuff like that. But if you do like the laminated feel, then I do like this deck. So it does come with 2 ad cards. One of the ad cards is like their socials of like the Instagram, Facebook, and their emails, and the other one has like a little dialogue of what roses means to them, I'm assuming. It does come with, I'll show like little pictures on the screen, so because I don't really know the words to repeat it. It comes with these 2 jokers of these bouquet of flowers, and they're the same joker, they just have different backdrops. And also the ace of spades, I did feel like there was a letdown of the ace of spades because I feel like there could have done so much more with the spades, with the aces. But ace of spades is like, you know, obviously you got to do something. So it's like a giant bouquet of flowers like shaped into the heart, which I did like. And I thought they were going to do like variants of that with the other aces, but they didn't. So that was kind of a letdown. But they did put like Rose's playing cards in the middle. So, I mean, it's like some type of customization. I don't know. I feel like there's a giant letdown on the aces. The indices and the numbers, I do like the pips and the indices. It gives it like a little chubby look, and I do kind of like that look that the font and the look that they use for it. I do like the fact that they put Rose's playing cards like in the middle of that. Some of them do have like little like rose in there, and like, so it's kind of like, it's cool. But I feel like if people are liking that more like the aces, I feel like that might be like a problem. And the core cards, it is like the same 3 people, but like in different poses. I don't really mind it. I do like the core cards and that portrait style. I do like that portrait style look with the faces being covered by the roses and everything. So I do like that. I think the courts were pretty good. But the aces, man, I just can't get over the aces. The aces, they missed a big opportunity. I feel like they could have at least done like the hearts, the clubs, and like in a giant like rose pattern. So I feel like they could at least done that. I would rate this deck maybe like a 7.5 out of 10, or actually an 8 out of 10. We'll give it an 8 out of 10 just because of the holo back. I do like the back design a lot, so that kind of made up a lot. But the aces, man, that it's a nice deck. I would, for the tug box, like for how premium and luxurious, like luxurious it feels, you know, I'll bump it up to an 8. The cards itself were like kind of, I wouldn't say like a letdown. They feel different than your standard playing cards. So if you don't like how these feel, then yeah, these probably aren't going to be the ones for you. But for the price point, it was like $11.95, $12, you know, like round up, kind of like rounding up for like shipping and handling. I think this is a solid playing card like deck. You know, this is a deck of cards that I do see myself using. Yeah, that's pretty much for the review. My name is Ivan Roman. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos. And let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this new format. And, you know, thank you for watching my video. Peace out.